Welcome back everybody, back again with a new video, and we're finally going to be taking a look at my Square Millennium collection box sets. I'm going to be unboxing all the 11 box sets containing 10 wonderful Squaresoft games. This has been much requested, what these boxes are, what is inside. So time to take a look at this wonderful set of Japanese Squaresoft box sets. So let's dig in to the Square Millennium collection box sets. A little history on these wonderful items. These were Japanese exclusive PlayStation 1 box sets. They were announced in two batches in June and later in July 2000, where basically old Square releases would get repackaged in this wonderful box set with a lot of merchandise, fantastic collectible items, and they really fit together as one continuous set. Highly collectible, very expensive, and I've never seen anybody do a full unboxing of all these box sets together, let alone somebody who owned all 11. So let's dig in. But first, I have a few factory sealed box sets. These contain of Saga Frontier 2 that I'm holding right now. We have Front Mission 3 and also Brave Fencer Musashi. I picked these up. Pretty much the value is about 2 or 3 times the price of a non-sealed version, but in order to do a real full unboxing of these Square Millennium collection sets, I gotta do these some damage. Let's bring out the scissors, and it's time to rip into this box set. It's going to hurt a little bit, but it has to be done. So here we go. Really hurts to dig in, but in any case, like I said, it needs to be done. So we're going to be taking the shrink wrap off. So let's talk a little bit more about the Square Millennium collection. There are 11 sets, ranging from Final Fantasy Tactics, Xenogears, 2 box sets for Xenogears, one with Faye and one with Ellie on the cover. Then there is Parasite Eve 2, Chrono Cross, Legend of Mana, Saga Frontier 1 and 2, Front Mission 3, Brave Fencer Musashi, and Legend of Mana. So 11 wonderful box sets containing these 10 beautiful games, and the goodies inside range from a lot of interesting things, which we're definitely going to be taking a very extensive look into. So still unwrapping these wonderful sets, it needs to be done. Take a look at eBay on some of the prices. They are relatively easy to obtain, at least that is half of the set. Most of the lesser games, as I like to call them, that I'm holding right now are very easy to find for about $60 to $120 with shipping. So it's definitely obtainable. It is the rare ones, the Xenogears, the Chrono Cross, which are the hardest to find complete in box, and I had to dig into some proxy website, delving onto Yahoo Auction Japan, and I've collected all of these in the span of about 6 months on in 2011, and now it's finally time to take a look at all these stuff. So take a look, they're all unboxed now, all 11 sets. Look at that wonderful shine, never been touched before. So going to be taking a look. And for those wondering, yes, I'm doing this with gloves on, something I learned from it's Chargeback 4 channel, great channel. With valuable items, you gotta treat them with care. So let's dig in. So here we have the Final Fantasy Tactics Square Millennium collection, and it's a wonderful box set indeed. The yellow colored one, here's the side of the box with the disc artwork on both sides. Back of it, not a lot of interesting stuff, but some information. Here's the other side, bottom and a top, and of course it's a slide out box. So fantastic artwork, really love the Final Fantasy Tactics artwork, some minor characters on the box as well. Really great character designer, and while it's not my favorite, it's still a wonderful artwork indeed. So the box slides off right there, and here we have the inner workings of a Square Millennium collection. So the disc is inside this small cardboard case, and here we have the easy holes to pull out the case. It's just a thick cardboard to keep everything together, and each box will have this. So here we have the actual game itself with the game disc still sealed, Japanese version of course. Let's put that over there. And then over here inside the cardboard, the holder, we have usually some leaflets. This is just a manual, be careful, don't use under 3-year-old, stuff like that. So here we have the booklet, very awesome full color booklets. All Square Millennium collection have these wonderful stuff, really great artwork, square stuff on the back, gotta love them. So let's put that over there, and then let's look at the nitty gritty. Here we have the extra goodies into this big box. Again, all Square Millennium collection have these big box, and in this particular Square Millennium collection, the Final Fantasy Tactics one, we get 2 fantastic items. So here we have a playing card deck with the outer sleeve with some chocobo design on it. This is the plastic case that comes inside of it, and inside is a 52 or 54 card set. It's still sealed, so time to unwrap that, but a great design. I got annoyed by the gloss, treat it with care, but screw that, we gotta show some stuff here. So let's dig into the cards, feeling fresh here, and the cards feel really good, and the artwork on it is fantastic. We have characters from each game, from the entire game, a lot of great stuff. Apologies for the glare, black mage and everything, but a really great character designs, and each card is unique. Due to the glare, I skipped it up a little bit. Final card is a Bahamut design as a Joker. Love that design. So there we have all the cards. Really awesome stuff. Great choco designs on the back. And I remember my friends having a unofficial Final Fantasy 9 card deck that we used to play a lot. So really love these Final Fantasy cards. Great case to keep them together. Outer sleeve. And really nice item to start off with. So gotta love the Final Fantasy Tactics Square Millennium collection. So here we have the main attraction, which is absolutely fantastic. Just a small plastic tray to keep everything together, but here is a fantastic item. Here we have a clock, a hard plastic wooden type clock. Really awesome design, embossed and everything, really sturdy dials, and just looks absolutely fantastic. Really great production design. On the back, you can turn it around, put a battery in. It says Square at the bottom. You can flip the switch, and it moves the time, of course. Really awesome item. Put a battery in there. Battery is dried out, of course, but really sturdy material. Really excellent stuff. Really great. Really. Put it back in the tray, put that cardboard on top of it, then you have the outer sleeve, which I usually slide on the top. Gotta keep everything a little bit together. It's a little bit hard, keep the case in there, but there we have it. A fantastic Square Millennium collection set. Really lovely stuff. So let's move on to the next one. Here is the Parasite Eve 2 Square Millennium Collection box set. The Parasite Eve 2 box set contains 2 discs and is actually one of the rarer sets to get. As you can see here, the artwork on both sides, small dent on the side, and as usual with the Square Millennium Collection box sets, they slide out just like this. Let's put that over here. And here we have, of course, the standard cardboard holding the disc. Let's take that out, some of the items, which we'll take a look at soon. Over here is the wonderful artwork, one of my favorite Square artwork pieces of the character Ayabria. Sealed disc, of course. And over here is a funny little message showing disc 2 is in the box somewhere else. So that is underneath all the items, as you can see right there. A few of the box sets have that. And over here we have another wonderful full color booklet with, of course, instructions and minor illustrations and everything. Beautiful stuff. Iabria on the back. Great character for Square. Here are some instructions on how to put together one of the items that is actually in the box set. Let's put everything right back here. Disc over there. Alright, let's take a look at some of the items inside. So over here we have a few items, a plastic showcase and a small cardboard piece for the second disc, as you can see here. Another great piece of artwork on the cover. Iabria is actually semi-clothed or semi-naked. Interesting design. And over here we have the items. So first up is this very nice velvet underground, but really great base with this angelic wings for the next item, and that is going to be showing. Very sturdy material, great metallic metal stuff. And over here we have the Perfume Bottle. Interesting top part. The head is a different type of material than the bottom, which is made of glass. And of course, you know, it's a perfume bottle that you can put perfume in. No idea if it came with actual perfume, I don't think so. But, you know, it's a bust of Iabria, and you can put it inside of the base over here. So, a great design, and you'll be able to use it. Very interesting item, never had anything like it before. Over here we have a cosplayer, a Japanese cosplayer as Iabria in a small cart. Nothing really fancy, apologies for the glare there, but yeah, nothing really remarkable. And then next up are these two seemingly uninteresting plastic bits, but it's actually used to hold together this plastic stuff, where if you assemble it, you know, you kind of get it like this. You gotta tape it together. There's a small tape on the side, and you can put the perfume bottle in there kind of as a base. So that's pretty much all the items, you know, putting back the case in the cardboard box, you know, make sure the artwork lines up correctly, and then of course we zip the lid. So, interesting box set. Perfume bottle is very nice. I don't really like the plastic construction, which is too much to an assembly, and a small cosplayer card is not a best bonus item, but a nice box set anyway. So, great stuff. Let's move on to the next one. So next up is the Square Millennium Collection box set for Xenogears or Aerodynamisch. Never knew how to pronounce that title correctly, but here we have the box set. Great logo on the front. On the CD we have Cloud and Sephiroth, making this pretty much the Final Fantasy VII fighting game. Even though there are a bunch more characters thrown in there besides the actual Final Fantasy VII characters. So the red box, really looking nice. And of course it slides off right there as all these Square Millennium box sets. Move that over there. Here we have the inner tray with the disc itself and the bonus items. We'll be taking a look at those soon. Anyways, great disc artwork, really love it. With two of the best beloved Final Fantasy characters. And inside we have the standard, you know, warning instructions, and of course the instruction manual itself. So let's take a look at the instruction manual. Another full color one as usual. I really love that stuff, you know, full color manuals is something really awesome, and it's a really good treat opposed to no manuals that we got recently. In any case, it showcases all the fighters, which I love to read in manuals in fighting games back then. And over here we have some of the Final Fantasy characters which are inside: Cloud, Tifa, Sephiroth, Yuffie, Vincent, and a hidden bonus character. And you know, oh, that's funny, over here we have a picture of the mini games. I love that, you know, these big beach run, had to mash buttons, was a lot of fun to play with friends. And Xenogears was a interesting mix of a game. You know, it had an RPG quest thrown in there as well, fighting. You know, it wasn't the best game, really polished game, but nonetheless really interesting. Some character artwork on the back, so that's the manual. Let's delve into the bonus items. So over here we have a character which is Vincent Valentine in his Turk's outfit. Really sturdy material, really good build quality on these small statues. They hold the pistols out. So interesting item for the Final Fantasy VII fan. Really great stuff to see Vincent Valentine in both his Turks outfit and his normal outfit. And over here we have a small bomb timer which is included in the game. It has the logo in front, slides off like that, and over here, you know, on the back is like a metal holder. You know, it's that stuff, you know, from Square. But battery is probably dried out, but it's like a countdown timer, and it slides off, you know, it slides back right into. So we also have the base of the arena, sturdy material as well. On the front it says "God bless the ring," Square on the bottom, and you know, it pretty much uses it, you know, as a stand for the characters. So let's try to assemble these. You know, on the one side you put Vincent Valentine in his normal outfit, and then on the other, you know, you put the Turks outfit. You know, they look at each other, guns blazing. So, you know, you basically stack it like that, and then you can slide off the timer and put it on the back. Because it has the metal thingy, it is a stand. So, interesting little statue, not really sturdy because it can fall over. So, interesting items, especially for a Final Fantasy fanatic with great box art. But the actual items leave something to be desired. Although the build quality is nice, it's, you know, they don't stand sturdy enough, so they fall over a lot of times. But the timer and everything and the arena really shows, you know, Xenogears in the fullest. So another great box set. So next up we are going to be taking a look at the Xenogears. So here we have the Xenogears Fae Square Millennium Collection, the green box set, and as you can see, it is the second artwork of Ellie. At the bottom hand corner you can see it's the second set. They basically released two Square Millennium collections for Xenogears, and both of them are the rarest. The Ellieheim version is more rare, so you know, there's two of them, and you know, they range from over $150 to $300 on eBay and similar sites. Despite the fact that, you know, they aren't the best and most interesting box sets out there. So in any case, let's do a unboxing of this. You know, here we have the outer tray with the disc artwork. Really love the character designs of the Xenogears characters. Really love the use of, you know, coloring, pastel-like coloring. Really awesome. We have the manual here, you know, standard leaflets, which I'm sure by now you've seen before. Second disc, of course. The game is a great second disc game, although the second disc itself is a little bit on the crazy side, but Xenogears is still one of my all-time favorite Japanese RPGs. It was one of the few that got me back into it, and I really enjoyed it. So here we have the manual, and of course we have the artwork of the characters. You know, Fei Wong and Ellie. Love those characters. You know, Ellie's real name is Ellieheim van Houten, which is definitely something Dutch. Here we have some more characters. You know, we have Rico, we have Saitan, one of my favorite characters of the game. The world map, and you know, some interesting pictures and everything of the game. Apologies for the glare once again, and also apologies for not really having a good framing setup for some of the items, which we're about to see. You know, trying to record this with the camera pointed down is a little bit hard at times to frame it properly, but I'm sure that I'll get the hang of it with some more videos, so apologies for that. In any case, we have the second disc with some great artwork of Ellie as well. And here we have the special item. Nothing really fancy. It's just a packaged figurine. We're going to not be unboxing that. I'm going to be keeping these. So on the back we have some stats and everything, and it shows the second pack, which is included in the other Xenogears Square Millennium. So it's basically just, you know, the character of Bartholomew and a small Fae character, and we also have a stand where you can put, you know, Bartholomew in. It's you know, it's an interesting item. It's probably one of the easiest and shortest unboxings that we're going to be doing, and you know, we have some stats on the back there, you know, showcasing, you know, the age and the height and stuff from all the characters, but nothing really fancy. I have no idea if there were any more character packs besides these two. You know, I can understand them maybe doing other characters, and this was just your initiation in the two. I have to research that, but Yeah, nothing really fancy, really expensive box set. I actually made the mistake of buying the Fae one twice. Didn't really understood the differences, but you know, the disc artwork is different on either sets, and of course the color. So you know, I just got misled by the items. So next up is the Elyheim version. So let's dig into that. So here we have the Elyheim Van Houten Square Millennium collection. It's a little bit discolored. I think this has been sitting in a store, so it got a little bit sun damage, which is really regrettable. We'll see it some more inside the box itself. But as you can see here, really nice artwork on the cover, different color than the Fae Square Millennium collection. You know, pink instead of the green one. And over here, you know, we have the sides with the different artwork. This is the rarest of all, at least this was the one I got the latest. I bought this one a year after I picked up the other 10. It is definitely one of the hardest to find. It can go for about $250 on eBay. Luckily I got mine for $75, which I'm really lucky to get. You know, over here, funny item, this time it shows disc 1 is inside of the package, so really interesting there. Which is of course this is of course disc 2, and they apparently put the manual in the back. The manual doesn't really look too good over here, but so yeah, this is disc 2, you know, with the artwork put in there. And I actually made the mistake of buying a duplicate because the original seller had the face set and he just put the Ellie disc on front, and you know, my mistake there. But as you can see here, the manual itself is really discolored. It must have been showcased like this to, you know, get all this discolorment. You can definitely see a ring around the manual. And in any case, manual is the same as the other box set, which we've taken a look at. And of course inside is the other item, which again is not the most spectacular item in the Square Millennium collection sets. Here we have disc 1, which is sealed, which is strange as disc 2 has been opened. No idea who. I don't think this has been played in that regard, because, you know, try playing a game from disc 2. I don't even think, you know, that's possible if you don't have a save. So this color itself is different. This one is more a purple tint and the other is more a white tint, and the same goes for the other disc. You know, the Ellie disc is different in this Wong set as well, Fei Wong set, so that's a nice touch there. And here we have the special item, the Elyheim or Ellie number 2 figurine. So it's just a figurine of Ellie and a small figurine of Choo Choo, which is another interesting character. You know, a lot of the RPGs at the time had a character like that. So not going to be opening this one as well. You know, on the back, you know, it shows some more artwork, some more stats, you know, age 18, you know, height and everything. Very small feet, I believe of around 25 centimeters, but alright. Yeah, we also have the picture of the Bartholomew and Faye item, which is of course inside the other set. You know, you can hang it up, you know. So that's pretty much it. Again, nothing really fancy for the Xenogears, opposed to the other items in some of these sets, which are fantastic. But, you know, it's still one of my favorite Japanese RPGs, so I'm very happy to own both of them. It's just too bad that this one is a little bit damaged, you know, with discoloring and everything. But still, great set. So we took a look at Final Fantasy Tactics, the Xenogears 1, Urgies, Parasite Eve 2. So which is next? We're going to be taking a look at Chrono Cross. So let's take a look. So here we have the Chrono Cross Square Millennium Collection box set, another one of the rarest boxes out there, definitely together with the Xenogears box sets, one of the hardest to find. It's another 2-disc set, which the second disc artwork has been used in the front, which showcases Surge Kid and Links in the background. So let's open it up, and here we have the outer tray as usual with the disc itself, the manual, and of course the warning leaflets and how to put together the items, because this actually requires some assembly opposed to the Xenogears box sets. Really interesting, you know. Here we have the notice for the first disc, and here is the manual. Another great full color manual with artwork of the characters thrown in there. Really love the visual style and drawings of the Chrono Cross characters. Once again, I apologize for the glare. And on the back here we have a Chrono Trigger advertisement, which is my favorite over Chrono Cross. I really enjoyed Chrono Trigger, but Chrono Cross is still a fun game, but for me it's all about Trigger. In any case, here we have some more items. Here we have Starkey or Star Child, which is just a small figurine with a plastic base. Can be hard to put him down, he keeps tumbling over, but you know, it's a fun character to be thrown in there. Reminds me of the Poo Poo character in Final Fantasy VIII, which has not been used a lot in the Final Fantasy series, but I enjoyed his design as well. So that's Starkey, and let's move on to the main attraction, which is this wonderful calendar. Sadly, one of the hinges on my calendar base has been broken. Regrettable, but I picked up this item for under $50, so I was really happy with that, where opposed this usually goes for about 125 to higher. In any case, so one of the hinges is broken, maybe I can iron it together. And on the bottom here we have a hole which requires some assembly. So you have this metal pin, you can screw it, you can screw the top off the bottom, and then you can put it in there, and you can screw it in there to kind of have it as a stand so it doesn't tumble over. Despite it only being on one side, it's actually pretty sturdy and keeps standing, so it usually goes like this with the hinges and everything. And you might say, well, where do you use these hinges for? And that is of course for the packet of cards which we have in the bottom. So sturdy stuff, you know, really hard plastic. It's not made of glass and metal of course, but sturdy stuff. It's really too bad, and I have no idea how one of my things could, you know, one of my hinges could break. So here we have the cards which you can put around like this, and you know, it's basically a calendar for every day in the month, so 31 cards with an ending card, and you can basically just flip it over like that. So nice to have set up on your desk. You know, here we have, let's try it with a bunch more cards. So you just slide them over like that, and you know, that's it. So let's take a look at the cards itself. You know, apologies for the glare, I won't be showing all the cards, but you know, it's just Chrono Cross with some nice artwork on the cover. Then we have Surge, and you know, pretty much a lot of the characters make an appearance in this set. It has some messages on it as well, which I cannot translate, but you know, the glare is pretty bad, so I'm not going to be showing all the cards. I hope you enjoyed, you know, this quick look at, you know, the cards itself. It just basically goes to 31, and here we have Kid, you know, one of the craziest characters in Chrono Cross. So some more items. Too bad my box is damaged, but you know, it's great to see, you know, a clock and a calendar, you know, figurines and everything. So it really complements each other nice, and Chrono Cross is another great box set. So it's time to take a look at the next one, which is going to be The Legend of Mana. And here we have the Legend of Mana box set, the Seiken Densetsu one. Very awesome artwork on the front. Of course, the Mana series is known for its very lush nature, heavy scenes. Of course, the side artwork, the disc artwork, again 2 disc, and you know, very awesome looking set. Love the aqua color as well. So of course it slides off as usual. Here we have the first disc, which is still sealed. Again, the same tree type artwork, really enjoyable. Have not played the game yet. I heard it's one of the better Mana games, but maybe I'll give it a try later on. Here we have the inner tray with, of course, another fantastic full color manual, and here just some instructions on the extra items. So let's take a look at the manual. So here we have the manual, and you know, again, full color with a lot of detailed character artwork, really great character design, really wonderful stuff from Legend of Mana. So that's pretty much the manual with some nice artwork and advertisements, and a character on the back. So typical top-notch stuff. So here we have the extra items. And first up we have 2 small figurines of the main characters of the game. Pretty well quality built, sturdy, and pretty much on par with what we saw in, you know, the other ones like Birdies. They have a small stand where you can, you know, put it on there and you can put it down wherever you so desire. So interesting to see a little bit smaller than the Guys figurines, but that's not the main attraction of this. But you know, it says their name on the front. You know, great character there. So, you know, time to move on to the main attraction, and that is this wonderful box. Very sturdy plastic, nice embossed on the front, and it is basically a jewelry box. And as you can see here, it's also a music box. So if you wind it up like this, we have some very nice music. So very cool stuff. Sadly, Mido is missing two small things at the top. I think they've fallen off. But you know, very nice jewelry box. Lovely music as well. This is definitely one of the better items in the Square Millennium collection for sure. Really nice box. Will I ever use it? You know, probably not. I don't have a lot of jewelry, but still, top-notch stuff. So inside it's a little velvety, you know, you can put it in there. You know, really sturdy material. So, you know, maybe you can put it as a stand for some of the characters as well. You can put it on there. Of course they fall over, but, you know, really lovely items in this one. You know, two small figurines and a wonderful music box. So that's pretty much it for the Legend of Mana. A wonderful set, great items. It's one of the mid-range boxes to find. So yeah, really enjoyed the items in this one. So let's move on to Saga Frontier 1, which is very heavy, by the way. And here we have the Saga Frontier 1 Square Millennium collection. Similar design as usual. Here's the sides. And I've never played Saga Frontier 1 or 2 before. I haven't really played a lot of Saga games, but I heard they're pretty okay for PlayStation 1 Squaresoft RPGs, and maybe I'll get around to them someday. In any case, similar box as we have already seen before. Here's the artwork and the first disc. There's only one disc in this particular set, by the way. Here we have the leaflets, of course. As usual, you know, just the safety warnings and everything, and it says Narumi, which is the producer of the items in this box. Here we have another full color manual. Glare is acting up here, but you know, great designs, great artwork, and full color definitely makes it worth your while. Another safety leaflet here, no idea what it's doing in there. And yeah, it's pretty much the entire booklet going through the entire game. Like I said, I've never played it, so here we have the items in the box. So let's dig into these interesting items. So here we have a t-shirt with some very nice artwork. Kind of, you know, hard to describe. Nice art style. It reminds me of a Dutch type of art. We are very much known for Delft's Blauw, which is kind of the art style on a lot of plates. And as you can see here, it also comes with a plate. As you can see here, it says Square on the back and Saga Frontier. Very nice artwork, very sturdy, just a proper plate. And then here we have the cup that goes with it. Again, art in the cup itself and on the side. Maybe a little bit hard to see with the art. And of course they go well together. Would be sad to use them and see the designs fade out, but still interesting items in this set. So just quick and dirty, you know, nothing special, just a plate, a cup, and a t-shirt, and that's pretty much it for Saga Frontier. An interesting set, not one of my favorites, but they do give you some very unique items. So yeah, that's the Saga Frontier 1, and hopefully I'll get around to playing these games someday in the future. They're not really needed for my backlog. I'll get around to them. So let's take a look at Saga Frontier 2. And here we have the Saga Frontier 2 box set. Blue color as opposed to the pink purple color. This was one of the sets that I had to unbox. And you know, standard typical artwork on the front and on the sides. As usual, very colorful disc artwork as well. Characters on the front. Again, I have never played Saga Frontier 1 and 2, so I don't know who these characters are. In any case, here we have the inside with, of course, a still sealed disc. Would be strange if the disc was opened, but the exact collection was, you know, sealed. In any case, here we have another full color booklet with a great artwork on the front and very colorful art and sketches inside the actual manual. Very interesting artwork indeed. Says something about the Saga Frontier 1 set, and here we have the Leaflets, Narmi leaflet again. So the items in the Saga Frontier 2 box set are pretty much the same type, just different designs in the Saga Frontier 1. First we have this another t-shirt, which is kind of hard to read what it says. It is a character from the game, the Steel 13. I don't really know these types of characters. So here we have another plate with all the characters lined up, and once again great visual design. Says Square and Saga Frontier 2 on the back again. Great stuff. And here we have the cup. Once again, artwork on the front and inside, and of course both of them together. So they go hand in hand together with Saga Frontier 1. So here is once again a look at the disc artwork, and that's pretty much it for Saga Frontier. Once again, not my favorite set, just you know, some interesting items together with Saga Frontier 1, but you know, nothing really remarkable that we haven't seen before in other sets. So 2 more to go. That completes the Saga Frontier 1 and 2 games. It's time to look at Front Mission 3. Here is the second to last set, the Front Mission 3 set, and sadly my box is very discolored. It must have said in store display, because this is the real color, very orange, and this is more pink. It's been very discolored, and maybe at some point I might replace this case. In any case, Front Mission 3, a game that I remember picking up back in the day, but never playing for more than a couple of hours. I'm not the biggest fan. I wasn't the biggest fan of strategy RPGs back in the day. I think this was actually my first strategy RPG. Again, one of the sets that was sealed, so sealed disc, instruction artwork, and over here we have the Front Mission 3 manual. You know, once again full color. So like I said, I played for maybe 2 hours, and it was an interesting strategy RPG, but at that time I had no idea what strategy RPGs meant when I was 12, 13, so I never played it for more than a couple hours. In any case, here are the insides and a lot of nifty little items. First up is a small little wallet, which you can see here. And you can use it to toss coins in and everything. But yeah, just a small wallet with an interesting design. Then there is this small flashlight, I believe. It says Front Mission 3 on the front. Takes a battery, and then you know you can use it as a light. I think it's a standard light, not a laser or anything. Fun little item. And then over here we have some key change, which you can, you know, hook up to the wallet, I believe. And yeah, just some standard change, nothing special. And here is the big item in the box, and those are some very sturdy and heavy metal Wanzer replicas. First is an item with some logos from Front Mission on it as well. But like I said, here are the 3 Wanzers. Each have their own logo with it as well from the manufacturers. Very nice, very sturdy, but I'm not going to be taking them out of the box. And there are some 2 other small little face plates around here. Here we have another one. Very easy to lose these, but yeah. So that's pretty much it. A lot of items, but you know, besides the Wanzers, the mechas in the game, I think that's about it. You know, again, not one of my favorite sets out there. and definitely not one of my favorite games. But yeah, that's it for the Front Mission 3 set. So we have one more, which is the Brave Fencer Musashi Den set, and then we'll have unboxed all the Square Millennium collections. So stick around for a few more minutes while we delve into the final set. And here is the final set, the Brave Fencer Musashi, or as it's called in Japan, Brave Fencer Musashi Den. Definitely the strangest game out of all these wonderful games. It's an action RPG, and I've played through it, and it was definitely not one of my favorite games. Very badly aged polygonal graphics, but still an okay game. So here we already have the inside, the standard leaflets, and of course the disc is sealed. Brave Fencer Musashi is once again one of the sets that I had to unseal. Another full color manual with some great character artwork of Musashi there, And it was an interesting game, but story was pretty childish, nothing really remarkable said about Brave Fencer Musashi. So still a nice experiment, but I would rather wish they had included Vagrant story in these wonderful sets. Well, in any case, let's delve into the nifty items. So first up is this set of characters, which this character has, is one of the playable characters in the game. It has a lot of emotions. You might not be able to see it, but all these different emotions, a range of emotions that you can use as a keychain and use on this satchel or carry case for a mobile phone. Pretty bland item, as it just says Squaresoft on the front. Doesn't really have anything to do with Brave Fencer. This is just some padding, just some generic padding there just to bulk it up, and that's pretty much it. I see some more padding in here, and just a nice carry case. It is some sturdy material, but again, like I mentioned, nothing to do with Brave Fencer Musashi itself. And then finally, as the final item that we'll be unboxing, are these art cards, these postcards with, from the cutscenes in the game, Musashi and the characters that he meets across his journey. And the artwork, the postcards are definitely the best item in this bunch. The keychain is nice, but I prefer these wonderful art cards. As you can see here, this one with the character. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the postcards. A nice set with some interesting items like the carry case, some small figurines. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the Square Millennium collection. This was the Brave Fencer Musashi set, and it's a nice set, but again, not one of my favorites. So let's wrap it up in my conclusion on this unboxing. So let's wrap up the Square Millennium collection unboxings. First of all, a quick announcement. I do apologize for some of the technical issues. This was my first attempt at a proper and professional type of unboxing, where in the editing process I found out that I had some framing issues, not holding stuff correctly in front of the camera, some glare issues as well. So I hope you guys can forgive me for that. Also, I've been using Sony Vegas and some new techniques, so that it might look a little bit more professional, but at the same time a little bit quirky, because I am still getting used to all this editing. In any case, I hope you guys really enjoyed a look at this wonderful, just wonderful set of limited editions. These wonderful Japanese exclusive limited editions, and a great piece of Squaresoft history. As of right now, I am the only one on YouTube to have ever unboxed all these Square Millennium collections, and I seldomly see them pop up on the internet. I've seen a complete collection in the occasional eBay auction, maybe 2 or 3 times. So I'm very proud to say that this is quite a unique set to own as a video game collector. You know, it's something to discern myself from the huge set of video game collectors out there. So on that, I'm pretty proud, and I've really wanted to do a proper unboxing for everybody out there. So maybe if you're on the fence about it, whether you want to check out some more items, you know, now you see all the items in the set, and they can be pretty pricey. I've mentioned a few prices before. They range from $60 to $300 on eBay for each, especially Chrono Cross, Xenogears, both of them, Parasite Eve, Legend of Mana. Those are the more expensive ones, while the other ones, you know, especially the ones that I showed off later on, are more easily to obtain. And like I have myself, I have paid less for, say, a From Mission 3 and Saga Frontier sealed than I did for an open Xenogears. So to kind of give you a perspective, to get all of them, you'll definitely have to shell out somewhere between, you know, $500 to $750, and that is maybe, you know, with shipping and everything. So great set of items, and you know, I collected these back in 2011, so maybe the prices have changed right now. I do regret that there weren't more Square Millennium collections. There have definitely been, you know, several games that they could have easily included. Where, for instance, is Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9. I have no idea why they didn't try to make that. I can understand, you know, Final Fantasy Origins, Anthology, Collection, you know, Chronicles and everything that was also re-released in Japan. I can understand those missing, but whereas, for instance, Parasite Eve 1, I would have loved to have a companion piece as well, because I prefer Parasite Eve way more than Parasite Eve 2. Another one very absent from the bunch is Vagrant Story. Again, you know, you don't see Square acknowledge this game often, despite it having tie-ins to the Yglis Alliance from Final Fantasy. And I really enjoyed Vagrant Story, so I have no idea why that's missing as well. Then there are maybe some few Chocobo games which could have seen a collection, or maybe like the Chocobo collection that was released in Japan with 3 Chocobo games. Maybe they could have included that in a proper set as well. In any case, still a very unique, rich piece of history. I'm hoping to buy a display case soon, and I will be able to take out the items in the box and have that in like a glass display case, you know, everything assorted and everything. I think that will look very nice in my game room. In any case, I hope you guys really enjoyed this in-depth look at the Square Millennium Collection box sets. If you have any other questions, you know, be sure to let me know in the comments below. If this is your first video that you've watched from my channel and you like what you see, as usual, I'm a huge Japanese RPG fan and do a lot of videos on them, so be sure to subscribe. And if you enjoyed it, please like the video or favorite it, and you know, just let the discussion going in the comments below if you have any remarks or questions. In any case, I hope to see you guys soon with some more great videos. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.